Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you again. I wish we could chat, but I guess this is all we get. So, today for math, we are going to be comparing two objects. So, if you remember yesterday, we learned how to compare three objects. So, we decided which one was the longest, which one was in the middle, and which one was the shortest. Today, we're only going to compare two objects, but we're going to compare them while using a string to help us compare each object to the other. And the reason we're going to use a string is because we're not going to be able to line up our ends like we did yesterday. So yesterday when we were comparing our pencils, remember how we lined our ends of them up to see which one was longer and which one was shorter? Today we don't get to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do instead is we're going to use a piece of string. It looks like this. This is actually a piece of ribbon, but we're going to pretend it's a piece of string. So I have this piece of string, and I'm going to do some comparisons. So the first thing I want to show you is this pencil. So I have this pencil, and I want to know, is this pencil longer or shorter than this piece of string? Well, I can line them up just like I did yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and line up with my eraser. And then I can see, is it longer or is it shorter than the string? Yeah, the pencil's longer than the string. Okay, so we know the pencil is longer than the string. I'm going to move him up here. Now I've got this marker. And I want to know if this marker is longer or shorter than the pencil. Remember, I can only use my string. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just like I did before. I'm going to line my string up with the back of the marker. And then I can see here, which is the marker longer or is it shorter than the string? Yeah, it's shorter than the string. So here's the question. If the marker is shorter than the string, is the pencil longer than the marker? Well, the pencil was longer than the string, and the marker was shorter than the string. So if one object is longer than the string and one object is shorter than the string, the longer object must be longer than the shorter object. So let's see if we're right. Gonna line them up just like we did yesterday. And there we go. We were right. The pencil is longer than the marker. So just because this pencil is longer than the string and the marker is shorter than the string means that the pencil is longer than the marker. So what is the string? Yeah, the string is in the middle. This is the longest, this is in the middle, and this is the shortest. All right, let's try it one more time, just to make sure we understand. So, this time I want to compare this feather, it's pretty big, to a highlighter. But I got to start with my feather first. So, I can only use my string. So this time I'm going to line it up on this side, so that hopefully these are about the same place. Which one's longer? Now, of course, the feather is much, much longer than the string. Okay, so I'm going to put the feather up here. Now I want to compare it to this highlighter. I know some of you guys are looking at this and you're like, duh, Miss Sisson, I know the answer, but let's just do it anyways. Let's put our string next to our highlighter. Which one is longer? Yeah, the string is longer. So which one is shorter? The highlighter is shorter. So let me see if I remember this. The feather is longer than the string. The highlighter is shorter than the string. So which is the longest? The feather or the highlighter? Yeah, it's the feather. Because obviously if the feather is longer than the string and the highlighter is shorter than the string, then of course the feather has to be longer than the highlighter. So let's look in our books real quick. Just gonna push these over here. This is your first page that you're supposed to do today. This is page 509. And it says use string to compare the keys. Which key is longer and how do you know? Well, here's my string. We're going to compare it to these keys. Well, because they're pictures, I can put it right on top. So I'm going to put this string right on top of this key. What do you think? Which is longer? Yeah, the key is longer. Okay, so this key is longer than the string. Let's check this key and put it right on top. Now, which is longer? Yeah, the ribbon, the string is longer. So if this key is longer than the string and this key is shorter than the string, then this key must be longer than this key. So my answer for this would be the gold key is longer because it is longer than the string, and the other is shorter than the string. Cool, so that would be my answer. So when you do your work in your books this week, you're gonna see, I can flip this over. You're gonna see a blue string on your work. So there's gonna be this string underneath, and this string underneath here is the same length as this string under here. So when you're comparing your objects, you're gonna compare them by using the string underneath. And make sure you're reading carefully, because number 1 asks for the longer object, but number 2 asks for the shorter object. So be careful when you're working on these. All right, guys, well, I hope you understand. If you don't, I'm going to be available to answer any questions that you have. Please just come onto Google Classroom. You can type me something. You can go onto Class Dojo and type me a question, and maybe we can work out a way that we can talk on video face-to-face. That would be even cooler. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much and good luck.